Hello, everyone.
And welcome.
Oh, I'm on the wrong thing.
I told you. How are you?
I'm all right
Welcome.
now,
Episode 182. We're off with a bang,
isn't it?
isn't it?
It's great when we get it right.
Even if we don't, doesn't matter.
We know how to fix it.
Doesn't make any difference.
No.
I don't think we've ever got it right once, have we?
Oh, we have. We just probably haven't realised it.
Welcome.
There's a few people there.
Episode. Well, they're probably waiting for the stars to arrive.
Oh, yes, I'll be here.
No,
The stars have aligned.
we're just the chumps.
Chumps. Why does chump? Oh, I'm thinking chopper chops. That's totally different, isn't
I'm
it?
thinking champs. We're the chumps. They're the champs. Tell me. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to episode 182. We do have some very special guests on today's show.
Don't we?
Yeah, Christian Silver and Simon Nicholson will be joining us after.
Yes.
Current national champions in both modified or open and 13.5 turn on-road touring car.
That's it. It'll be really interesting to talk to them.
Really well. Get a rundown, have a look at their gear and their cars. And Simon tells me he's going to wear nothing but a Yokomo flag. So I don't know. That could be a vicious rumor. We'll wait and see.
Doesn't matter. It's all going to be recorded.
Yeah. And
Capture it all.
it's probably out there watering the tree now as we speak. What have we got? Car of the week.
We've got car of the week right here.
It's very in frame.
Isn't it? I worked hard. That's the only bit that I got really right, I think.
Did you try and get that right in so people could recognize it? I don't know. Is it a cricket? Is it a car? Who knows? It looks a bit
cricket?
flappy.
What, that's
Like
sport?
it's all like rah.
Well, it's angry.
Looks more like a Gundam than a motor vehicle.
Looks more like a frill-necked lizard.
Mm.
With its frill open. No?
Not
Then
sure.
is it too much about fauna? Well, let's get on with it, eh? Let's say hello to our guests. Craig Jones. Hello, Craig. He's always with us. Jeff Lee's with us again. The nine-step boss man.
Ah,
He never misses a show.
he doesn't. I haven't heard from Jeffy this week.
No.
I was expecting a visit actually. I don't know
No.
why. Maybe next week. Next
Well,
week we'll visit.
Wombat Panda's on as well.
Hey, Panda Man.
Retro
He's-
Rob. Hello.
Panda's too busy at home opening all these wines.
He's not opening them, is he?
I don't know what he's doing. Just getting random photos of wines.
What, licking them?
Yeah.
Well, that's the only way you
He's
can taste it.
got his mitts and the bamboo out. Hope you're feeling better, Panda.
Anthony's on.
Anthony.
And
The air conditioner guy's here.
There's not much I can do, I'm afraid.
alrighty.
Yes.
Well, that air conditioner guy's here.
Air conditioner
oh, well,
guy's
he's
here.
going to have to wait.
He's going to fit the new extraction system,
That's it.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Tell us.
What about the extraction system?
No. What do we need to know?
We need to know about the make,
The make,
the model,
color,
color, and the weight. Do we
And-
need anything else? What about the engine? I've got no idea about the engine. Maybe we get educated.
horsepowers, and killer wasps.
Killer wasps. You and your killer wasps. They're scary.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else we got on?
We've got a heap of new stuff that we're going to look at.
And some new old stuff.
Yes,
Can I start with some new old stuff?
of course. These are favourites, aren't they?
Well, my favorite.
Yeah.
Have a
What
look at
is
this. Look what I got.
What's that?
The Frogger. I don't know why
So
people.
many people call it a Frogger.
Why do they call it the Frogger?
Because when it came out, there was an arcade game called Frogger that was really popular.
And it looks like a radio control car.
Doesn't. And it had to do with a frog jumping across the road and not getting run over by cars.
What's it got to do with the Tamiya?
Sounds similar.
Does it?
Yeah. Have you got any froggers?
I got no froggers.
I got a frog.
Got a frog.
Yep.
We do have frogs at our back.
And you were running one of these a couple of weeks ago, weren't you?
A couple of weeks ago at the Vintage Bash.
I've got some good video footage actually, which is still
Have you?
fun. Yeah.
It was really cool, actually. And it is out of the box.
Hmm.
I mean, we had some modern tires in the back. And I had a black can in it. To me,
And you were sending this over all the
Okay,
jumps.
it was cool. Do you know that the Frog was first released in 1983?
No?
It was a 1984 national champion,
In where?
Germany.
Wow.
That's probably its one and only ever title because after that, a company called Associated bought out a car.
Got an RC10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was,
And
it. That was miles ahead, wasn't
The
it?
Frog really wasn't a match. People do love it though. It's quite iconic. It's got this
the
really
look.
cool ladder monocoque kind of chassis,
Well,
which
imagine,
is really cool.
imagine the design that came up with the shape of the body.
And it looks really cool. And the box art's really cool. No, I think it's absolutely a really cool design and engineering. No, really cool gearbox, the
Is it-
stacked gearbox.
It's iconic. It's iconic. When you see the silhouette of this, it's easily recognizable.
Yeah, and even like the motor. So it has a motor, spur, and it's like it's only a 3-gear transmission, including because the motor and the pinion is part of the internal gearbox case.
And the change of ratios, you actually can't move the motor, can you? You change
No.
the pinion and
the
the spur
spur.
combination.
Yeah. So and it comes with 3 gearing kits in the kit. So
Yeah, that's
I think
because it
comes
was
with-
considered a race car back then.
Because it's a
That's why.
17, a 18, and a 19. And I can tell you a 19, the biggest pinion, I think it's a 19 with the sport tuned, absolutely flies on track. Like it's fast. It's 21.5 fast.
Seen in action.
You know. But anyway, so the Frog is back. So get yourself a Frog. Even better is, if I'm not mistaken, the price is down. The price is ridiculous.
It seems like it's dropped. Definitely. And it's not dropped a little bit, it's dropped a lot.
It's a ridiculous price. I don't even know how they make it for that much.
Don't know. Oh, this is a bit of a favorite.
Why?
Well, everyone likes this old school look because this
Not
is
me.
really scale.
Not
really
me.
scale.
Not me.
You don't like it, do you? You prefer the Frog look. The
I-
Frog is not that realistic.
what-
this
what-
is realistic.
What do you mean realistic?
Well, they actually had buggies that look like this running around at the.
But have a look at it. Do you think it's actually like came out 2 years later than the Frog?
Oh, did it? Is it it?
1985.
Right.
And
Well, it
I
looks
think
good.
I think they went backwards.
I always thought they looked good.
You would.
I reckon they look
The
good.
blockhead one was really cool because it had the redesigned. You wouldn't know, you've not finished yours yet.
No, you're
We'll put that
mistaken. The
put that-
redesign bit is
Put that with the
is
Fiat.
the Hot Shot 2. So the blockhead, this one,
The parts bin,
this one which is still partially built.
partially built.
Well, it's exactly the same, really. It's just in the blockhead colours.
Oh, so they didn't do the roll. It's just different colors.
Yeah, that's just
That
different
was like
colours. It was a Hot Shot 2 that came out later, and they recut the mold for the roll cage. to
And
make
it has more
realistic.
lights.
Yes.
This one has like only 2 lights. This one has like 6, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's some
And it's
there,
got
some
the
there,
number
some-
panels on the sides.
That looks cool.
Mm.
That looks really cool.
And
with
you got
them on.
the artwork on the sides of the chassis, which they never had.
Yeah, you did a good job putting them on.
Yeah.
Masterful.
That's
Absolutely
it.
masterful.
One day this is going to be complete.
No.
It's going to have an engine and everything in it.
I call
What?
rubbish. Rubbish. I call rubbish.
Shall we go into some of the guesses on this?
Yeah, why not? Are people guessing already?
Yeah, they're guessing.
Are
Yeah,
they
they're guessing pretty
excited?
quick. Look at all these
What,
comments. I
already?
can't
They're
even catch
probably,
up.
they're probably just talking amongst themselves.
No, they're not. They're not. What have we got here?
What have we got? Come on.
La Ferrari in Rosso Corsa.
That's unfortunate.
And Jeff says Ferrari.
It is a Ferrari.
I think that's correct.
It is a LaFerrari.
It is a La Ferrari in Rosso Corsa.
And it is Rosso Corsa.
Is it?
Mm.
All right. Well, we still need to wait.
Yeah.
And engine details, if we can.
Yeah. And
Killer
something,
Wasps
Killer Wasps and also watts
and ponies.
and ponies. And being a LaFerrari, it's also electric. So you've got you got an engine and a motor to give horsepower figures on.
Where's the electric motor connected up to? To the gearbox?
To the 9 steps LiPo.
Ah, that makes sense.
Mm. Yeah, it's direct in line.
Because some of the cars, didn't the Lexuses have like a motor on each axle and stuff?
Each axle. Well, I'm not too in depth, but this probably does too, I imagine.
Hmm.
Well, it's going to have probably 3 electric motors, I'd say. 1 at the back and 1 at each.
How do they balance the power from the electric motors? They use it for its instant
Traction
torque?
control and stuff, yeah.
Oh, okay. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely it
It's
does.
the advantages of the electric combined with the petrol.
Yep.
Cool.
9 steps are onto something.
What else you got? You got something else?
No, I want to talk to you.
You want to talk
I
to me?
want you to show me your wares.
Excuse me?
Show me your wares.
Oh.
What did you bring to the studio?
I've got some stuff. I've got a car too.
What have you got? That's
It's a
little.
little car.
Oh.
It's a mini.
There's something I could have bought.
What? What have you got that's little?
Got new tires.
Oh, yeah.
Got new tires.
Yeah. You can
Just
still
thought
bring
about
those.
now. I will. I might have to do a dash after. When you've got them distracted, I'll run
All right.
like the Thunders.
Yeah. So this is a brand new kit from Hasegawa.
Hasegawa.
It is a mini, and a brand new mini hasn't been produced for a long time.
How come?
And I don't know why.
And it's a
But
late
this
model
is a
Mini
modern
too.
one. That's right.
Well, it's not. I wouldn't call it modern.
Well, it's a
still
modern production.
It's still 25 years old.
Yeah. So it's a modern production. They still got all the.
1997.
It's still got the basic shape.
It
of
would be
the
the
original.
probably the last of the old world minis
Yes.
before BMW bought them.
So this would have been produced by Rover, and these were heavily popular in Japan. I think most of them went to
Really?
Japan. The Japanese love their minis, the
How
original
come?
size minis.
Because they fit.
I don't know. I think they just the
Very-
design of it.
It's very colonial of them.
I don't know. I mean, they love all the small stuff.
They can fit in a humidor.
Even little
Humidor.
even Fiat, Bambinos and things like that. They love them.
Really?
Mm.
Little Fiat.
Yeah, 2 CVs. I love them. They're a bit bigger than this, though.
Two
I saw one
CV.
driving around the other day. But this is
Did the guy have a moustache?
I couldn't see that close. If I did that, I probably would have had an accident.
Did it have a baguette hanging out the window?
That guy could have been eating a baguette.
Yeah, he would have been.
Yeah.
With a moustache.
He needs a power to pedal the thing, right? So let's have a quick look inside because these are.
Are you going to
really
unbox
nice.
it?
Let's have a quick look-see.
You're going to put it on blue mat?
Let's put it on blue mat and a bit of focus there. Let's get that prepared.
Go to overhead town.
There you go.
Then I can sneak in a sip of coffee without anybody noticing.
Oh, there you go. No one's going to see. Look at that. Box of bits. Now, you're probably thinking, what's so good about getting a brand new?
Old Mini.
Yeah, that's right. Well, all the parts are super crisp. You
Crisp?
never think they could get any better, but they're just getting cleaner and cleaner.
So
These
is
are
this
all
a
the
new
clear
mold?
parts.
Is this a
Brand
new
new
mold?
mold.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I wonder why
A 2023 mold.
There you go.
Yeah.
So given that, it will be crisp because
Yeah.
obviously the technology and the manufacturing process has
Yeah.
come a long way.
Now, things, I don't know if I'll be able to pick it up because these
It's
clear
so
bits,
crisp. They're so crisp and so clear.
it's going
And
to
they've
be hard
put
to see, but these headlights, they actually got all the, what do you call that? Like a Fresnel lens looking thing where it splits up.
Fresnel lens.
There's little segments
cut,
in there.
I don't know, cut glass.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Reflectors.
It's really, really pronounced in these, but pretty really hard to see. It's got the white background as well,
It's even got the rear demister lines,
hasn't it?
which
How's
is
that? Is
funny
that better?
because the original Mini never had a rear demister. Never had a front demister.
Well, the modern one would have.
Mr. Demister.
So it's a bit hard to see there. So let's go back.
Too hard to see.
Look at this, all these bits, and then here's the body.
Show me your body. It's little.
Yeah, it is little because it's a little car.
It's smaller than a Ferrari.
Look at it, it's beautiful.
Oh,
And from here,
oh,
what?
you're on fire.
The rustling?
Yeah. Oh, Russell's back. Oh, Russell's back.
Let's see if you can get. Oh, that's really hard
You
to
just
focus.
talk amongst yourselves.
Let me try and focus that. Look, it's super crisp.
I'm
All
running
this.
off.
You see the lines across here? And you see the really fine protrusion on the arches. Got the rain gutter along the sides. Super, super clean. Really nice. If you're into your minis, you can't get any better than this one. And what else do we get? We get some really nice chrome. Chrome is something that's really improved over the years as well. You see the grille just there. Got the reflectors. Got the what do you call these? Light buckets.
Nobody panic.
Where do you go? Oh, you're back.
I don't need to scream because everybody
Okay.
can hear me for 500
Chassis
meters.
and then all your
As
interior. there.
crisp as I'm standing next to you.
Really?
Mm.
I reckon I'll be doing a open boxing so you can get a close look at all these. But
I'd ask you to
What are the
build one for
details?
the Model Expo 2024, but
what?
I know you're struggling to make deadlines already.
I always have a problem meeting deadlines. You got some GT stripes there for the bonnet,
It's funny that it's a GT stripe. There's nothing GT about it.
isn't it? And look at the bird walnut finish on these decals for the interior.
Bird.
Yeah,
Is that what you call it?
yeah, because there's birds that make all that squiggly.
I would
thing.
like to see you do a wood grain dashboard
You've seen me do wood grain before.
on my steering wheel on the comical.
Yeah, and other things too. Got a whole selection of numbers so you can do all your Japanese number plates that you like.
Why does it have to be Japanese?
Well, because they offer it to you in Japanese.
Oh,
And they do this, so if you got one of these, you can do
the
exactly the
Japanese
number plate
numbers
you
are the
got.
same as English numbers.
They do on their number plates, yeah. They use two writing systems for numbers.
Do they?
And so this is the, I don't know,
Numeric,
numeric. Do you call it Arabic? I don't know.
Arabic.
Isn't that where the alphabet came from? I don't know. We're getting into stuff that we don't even know what we're talking about. And then you've got some
It's called
custom.
called a Union Jack.
Yeah, what do you call that? Is that like a wrap from the inside?
Yeah, what's that for?
Yeah.
A fuel filler cap or a rock cover?
No,
console?
center console. Have to be a center console, wouldn't it?
What, a Union Jack?
Hmm.
It's a bit weird.
I don't know. Just one of those things. So there you go. So those are modern bits of that.
Pizza.
Pizza.
That was good.
Was it good?
Nobody even noticed that I run away to get some stuff.
No. No one would have.
Seamless and professional. That's how we roll on a Friday afternoon.
Don't know why you had the professional bit. But there you go. That's the Mini Cooper.
By Hasegawa.
Hasegawa. Yeah, they're cool.
You
Really
say,
cool.
You say Hasegawa.
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 What?
It's no dumpling. We went out for dumplings the other night. They were good.
Dumplings. Imagine the dumplings were this size. When I was a kid, they used to have giant dumplings. They were called dim sims. You still get them, can't you?
They're still called dim sims. They're still. Last time I've looked, they're still called dim sims, mate.
There you go.
What else you got? Where you want me to go?
I don't know.
Well, since we're talking about minis,
Mm-hmm.
what do you want to talk about the car of the week?
Well, car of the week,
Well,
people
it's
are
pretty
coming
much-
up with
What do they
weights.
come up with? Weights.
We're gonna have to. You've got the weighing machine, right?
All right. Let's see what we can do.
All right.
Let's
So I've got
see what-
1100. I've got a 1450. I've got a 1679. I reckon it's not going to be as heavy as normal because we don't have a base on this one.
Doesn't have a base.
No, but
So-
it is die-cast metal, isn't it?
It's all treble.
All the other ones are generally resin.
We have a weight. I'll just confirm that.
So the Wombat reckons there's a LaFerrari at Dutton's right now.
I dare say there would be. The Wombat would know.
What have you done? I didn't even see that.
You wouldn't. You don't need to. It's a need-to-know basis.
All right. So 1100.
And the more you
Is that
need,
too low?
Yeah, that's too high.
Oh, is that too high?
Yeah,
Oh, everyone's too high then.
way too high.
It's lower than 1100. Oh, here's
Lower.
another one. Anthony's just snuck in. 880.
No, that's too high.
880 is too high.
Too high.
Oh, there we got a lightweight because it's a sports car.
It's lightweight.
Carbon.
There's no like base or whoops.
No base or.
No,
do you mean?
no base or anything. Cabinet,
that's
cabinet
right.
base.
That's right.
This one, because this comes from
BBR.
BBR,
Hmm.
and they come with, you can either get this one here doesn't come with a base or a cabinet box.
No.
Or we have them also with the base and the box. Yeah.
That's right.
So it depends whether you want it to get dusty or not.
Yeah, and we've
'Cause
got
most
want
people-
it easy to like open and stuff
Because they do look beautiful out of the box, don't they?
for sure. If you had a nice glass cabinet, beautiful.
All right.
What do you got now?
You talk about mini, I talk about mini. We talk about mini.
What mini you
together.
got?
I have got Sweep's latest and greatest. People were chomping at the bit for these. These are mini racing tires.
So
Now, mini
these-
as in M chassis.
Right.
So 1/10 scale M chassis because they use smaller tires than what we put on our touring cars.
So like our little Abarth.
The little Abarth that's in the window,
Yeah.
the one that we built,
Yeah.
that will be the racing tire for this. And Sweep have done all new molds, so it's all new carcass and profile,
Mhm.
and all new compounds.
So these are the touring car compounds?
Yes, this is the latest D spec.
Ah,
D spec.
you know, it's just rubbing them inside the packet.
What? No, I'm gonna get. I'm
Oh,
gonna
you're getting right into it.
I'm whipping them out.
All right.
I'm whipping it out, buddy.
You're not mucking around at
We'll
all.
go to the overhead. Let's have a
What
look.
do you call all these wheels? You commonly see these wheels on
Wheels.
GDRs, don't you? On R32s.
Yeah, Volks.
Are they Volks, are they?
Volks? I could.
Let's get in there.
I want to say T88s, but it's been a long time since I was talking. Oh, look, they've even got new embossing on the sidewall.
What's it say there? They say
Says
Sweet Racing.
Sweep Racing
And what's on the other side?
Mini. I can see it without using it.
Oh, there you go. That's two.
Wow. These are super sticky. They've got a nice air gap, so they're going to produce a lot of heat in the tire, which is good being a small, lightweight car. Yeah, so got a nice pink inserts, these ones. Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing these on track.
I like it.
We'll get these on the Abarth. The Abarth's due for a birthday now because I've got some new shocks there. We've got some race tires now.
Mhm.
We can get it going.
Let's get it going.
Let's get it going.
Yeah.
We'll see where they're racing them next.
Because it's got some
Might go to Bosnia.
It's got some of the big diameter tires on it. It's got those 70s on it, hasn't it? 60s.
So these are 55, I
Mm.
think, is the standard fit in the 55 millimeter.
Yeah.
It's actually got offset. Remember, it's got 60s at the front and 55s at the rear.
That's right. They'll enter at the back, right?
Yeah, but the racing spec is 55 mil.
Mm.
These will outperform the Tamiya tires hands down,
Oh, for
especially
sure.
coming
Feel
from
it.
Sweep. And the good thing about mini tires is they last forever
Mm.
because they're fairly low powered. I mean, if you run it with a 540, if you put the brushless thing in there, then they can chew tires.
Mm.
But there you go.
Yeah, that's nice.
And we've got them in the 24, 28, 32,
And
and
36 compound.
36 Shore compounds. So generally we stagger the compounds because the rear of the car is so light.
Yeah, it doesn't do a lot of work,
It
does it?
doesn't do a lot of work. It's hard
Yeah.
to get temp in. So you usually run a 24 or 28 on the rear.
Mhm.
And then on the front, generally just depends on the weather
Hmm.
and how abrasive the track is to whether you generally will run a 32 or a 36.
Also, I guess if it's an indoor and outdoor track.
Indoor, outdoor.
Hmm.
Well,
There we go.
Maybe where the Santa comes.
New mini tyres. Super
love-
fast.
Super fast.
Super fast. All right, what we're going to do now?
Car of the week.
Car of the week.
Has anybody got horsepowers or weights? So it's heavy.
There
It's lighter than
was.
880. Nobody's hit the bottom yet, have they?
No, there's nothing on.
What time have we got? Are the guests here yet?
They are.
What do you mean?
Here they are.
Didn't get them on.
We can.
Let's whip them out.
We're going to whip out our guests.
Let's whip out our guests.
All right.
What do you reckon? Are they there? Are they ready?
Let's have a look. Can't really tell.
Well,
No, actually, I think
they're not.
Simon's not quite ready yet.
Probably.
Yep. Christian's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll wait until they're actually ready yet.
All right.
Yeah?
Christians would be ready. It will be Simo that will let us down for sure.
Okay, fair enough.
Hey? He just does things his own way.
All right, let's come back there a bit later. We'll give it 5 minutes or so.
Emotionally damaged.
Who?
I don't know. What do you want? Do you want a model or do you want? What do you want?
Let's go big un.
Big.
So grab your big un.
Go big.
Show me what that is.
Go big. Go hard or go home.
Oh,
What is this?
it's a buggy chain.
This is Master Joe's favorite. No, it's not. I think it's his least favorite actually.
Is it?
Mm.
Didn't we see a photo of him holding it?
A sand scorcher.
Oh, it was a sand scorcher.
A sand
But
scorcher.
the same type of chassis.
Same. And it's got a plastic box for the radio.
Yeah, that's waterproofing. That's the weatherproofing.
And this one here, they've included a foam insert, it looks like, so you can put different size packs in there.
Oh,
I didn't see that on re-release sand scorchers.
okay.
Re-release
So-
sand scorchers didn't have that.
The foam internal is for the really small lithium ion battery.
Oh, is
But
it?
you probably want to use like a shorty or
Lipo.
Yeah.
It's not a high performance car, so anything lipo.
no, that's right. Or in the past, we've even chopped down
Buggy Champ, when did this come out?
1979.
79. Good year,
Quite
though.
early.
A good year, 79. A lot
Let's
of good
get
things
this
came
open.
out in 79,
Yes.
me included.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Are you a 79
I'm a
baby?
79 model.
Look at that.
You don't know about the 70s, man. You weren't there.
So we've got a very classical blister packed boxing.
Blow molds.
Excuse me.
Blow molds?
Yeah. So
Two Spurgiers.
that'll be similar to the frog sort of idea, right?
Body.
We've got a lot of cast aluminium parts.
It's hard body.
It is a hard body. All the early cars were hard body.
Were they?
Polycarb was a new technology.
Ah, see, the frog was new. Oh, there's the plastic box.
That is the weatherproof box.
Wow. So have they remolded that or is that original? I'd say it's original with the old rubberized switch, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
The big rubber donger.
That's it. It was huge, eh?
Hey, it was a big donger.
Yep. And then you could get the switch with the BEC as a separate item.
Oh, look
Because
at the
back in the day, they used to have the receiver batteries in there too.
gear cover. Massive.
Mm.
And the engine. So the engine cover
Yep.
used to go on the back of it. Used to be like a rubber donger,
Where? These ones?
I'm sure. To me is.
Nah.
No?
Nah, they're always a hard plastic.
Maybe I've seen another car
Yeah.
then with the rubber donger on the back.
Rubber donger. You mean a rubber donger over the motor itself?
Yes.
They used to do that
Yes.
on the motor itself.
Yeah, well, this one here goes on the motor.
No, that doesn't go on the motor. Does it?
Well, it shows on the box. I don't know. I've not built one of these. I want to say it's before my time.
So these are spring loaded. They've got like
What do you mean spring loaded.
they've got a bayonet system that you press down, so it's easy to take the top off it. Yep, that's it. Got all these aluminium bits. Now, who can tell me what famous movie uses these bits? Yeah, they're not going to be quick, so let's keep going.
Punky Brewster.
You're close, but not quite right.
Look at
Big,
this.
big chunky unis.
Look at this retro thing.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
That's very you.
Is
If you
it?
could grow a mustache, that'd be you. See, I told you. Look, it's on the back of the motor.
It's
on the back of the motor.
Ah.
Don't say me what's up. I know what's up. Oh,
So that just goes on the end here.
a rubber
Just
donger.
hold it in place.
Yeah, some of them had a rubber donger on the back.
Do they?
Not these ones, but obviously.
Some special bits in there.
I really want to get into it, but
Yeah, you got a roll cage. Not a roll cage, I guess. This is a rear.
motor protector.
Yeah.
Gear case.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where the old.
Roll cage.
That's where the old VW-esque, because these were based off VW-esque floor pans.
Yes.
That's where the old motor used to sit. The old engine.
Mm.
Engine was hanging out the back, swinging in the breeze.
Is a 540 motor.
Fire breather.
RS 540 Mabuchi.
That
This
looks,
comes with all the bearings. Can't remember if the original ones come with bearings.
no way did it come with bearings.
Got your swing arms, the uprights, which continued onto the frog. You recognise those, don't you?
They're nasty. They're nasty.
Look at all the middle bits. So this is the they're those bayonet things, which are spring loaded and hold on
they
the.
look hand machined. They look
don't they?
really nice.
And there's your front trailing arms. Lots of middle bits, and then you got middle wheel hubs as well.
I can't believe they're metal.
You got the wheels
Is it
here.
just silver plastic?
Hey?
Is it just silver
It's
plastic?
not silver plastic. When it's like that, that's metal. That's
Really?
cast. And then you got the interior bits.
Pedro's
Pedro's
a driver.
Yeah.
He had a moustache.
and these sets of lights. Got the KC. Do they actually say KC on them anymore?
I don't know.
Probably not.
That would be,
But that
would be a
is-
licensing thing. You can't just go throwing brand names about.
Why not? I do it all the time.
Wow. So you're wrong all the time. You get us
No,
in
I'm
trouble.
not.
In
Look
trouble,
how fat the box is.
trouble,
do I get in
and
trouble saying that too?
ill repute. You can't say fat. Oh, look at the side of the box. I don't know if we'll be able to stand it up. It's going to be too. They've got different
Where?
colours. So it clearly shows
Oh,
red.
so the red version.
Look, there's a blue one.
And you notice that with blockhead motors, you can get the stickers as well in this style.
What style?
We've got it for the Hornet. So you know, blue, red, and yellow.
Oh,
And so it harks back to this sort of thing.
does it?
Mm.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing your rendition.
All right. Oh, it looks like everyone's on board.
Let's get our
they're all
special.
in.
Let's get our special guest in. I've been chomping at the bit for this.
Have you? All right. Let's get them in here.
Who have we got?
We have, this is Simon.
Simon
Hello,
Nicholson.
Simon.
Hello. Radio control. Look at him. He's in.
Isn't he?
Houston, we don't have a problem.
Hello, how are you?
Oh my
Look at that.
God. Look at his trophies.
Look at that. It must be really thirsty. It must be full of water. Let's get Christian Silver in. Hello.
Hello, Christian. How are you?
Hey guys, how are you?
Welcome to the show, guys. It's going to be hard for both of you to talk. So, obviously, in the top of the screen at the moment, next to us, we've got Simon Nicholson, and he's been racing Yokomo for a long time.
Long, long time.
And I asked Simon the other day, actually, how many national titles he'd won,
Mhm.
and he couldn't give me a real answer.
It's more than one. It's more than two.
It's more than 15, probably. But
Mm.
he's lost count. So I don't know. Have you found time to count how many national titles that you actually hold, Simon?
Supposedly it's about 9 or 10 or something in on-road, in electric.
Wow.
Yeah, but you've also got
And
nitro
yeah,
and
there's-
off-road.
yeah, nitro and off-road. I think maybe close to 15.
That's pretty good.
It's more than you and me.
And I got to
Right.
say that last one, Simon, that's probably that was probably your easiest win, right? One of.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yep.
So you look fine wine, Simo. You're getting better with age. Is that what you're saying?
Hopefully, let's see.
And Christian down the bottom of the screen, he run in 13.5
Mhm.
or stock, whichever way you call it.
Yep.
And he cleaned up there. He took out the national title there. Is that your first national champion, Christian?
It is, yeah.
Well, congratulations, mate. You must be excited. I know Simo's probably bored of his. You're probably super excited.
Yeah, kind of. I've been doing it for many years, and probably about time. Last year came close.
Oh, you
Did come
came,
close.
came so close last year. It was pipped.
Yeah, so got it in the bag this year, and things worked out. Driving was good, and aside from tricky conditions, it worked out well.
That's fantastic. And you didn't get the TQ, did you? So you come from second on the grid.
I did. So TQ,
So you actually had to overtake people, which is quite a skill in itself.
I did.
Yeah.
The
Not like
tyres
Simon.
we used.
I don't think
tyres
Simon
we used
pulled
this
one
year-
overtaking move the whole weekend.
Only when lapping.
That's right.
So for everyone that's watching who's not very familiar with the competition side
Yeah.
of the race, so what race was this? This was the Australian Championships.
This is the RCRA 2023 RC Maker 1/10 on-road Australian titles.
And it happens every year.
Happens once a year. It's called National Titles.
Mhm.
And this is where you get to take home the trophy of Australia's best driver.
Yes.
And that's in the given class. Or you have, I suppose, your ranking at the event, you know. So, yeah. And
Well, it was extra special this year, wasn't it? Because there were international entries.
yeah, we had a couple of guys fly over that actually were our drivers. Well, our drivers as in
Yokomo
Yokomo.
drivers.
So we had Nicholas Lee
Mhm.
and Daryl come over,
Right.
and they did really well as well. I think Daryl just missed out on the podium, I think in 4th, and Nico got in 3rd.
And this is held at which track?
This was at Wayland this year, wasn't it, guys?
Yep.
Yep, which is in New South Wales, close to Sydney.
And last year was in Canberra, was it?
Canberra last year.
Right.
Yep. So it was really good. And I think there was about 130 entries. Is that right?
Yeah, close to.
Yeah. I was actually being in Sydney, and a lot of the guys in Australia, like they're sort of their home track. I was expecting a lot more entries. But yeah, probably the fact that the Yokomos are so dominant, most people didn't bother showing up.
Well, I think a lot of people don't know how many, like the Yokomo team was huge, wasn't it? And
We
they
would have
all did
had-
very, very well.
We would have had, I think, 21 in our team there.
Mhm.
And that's just the one, that's our race team. So that's without the privateers.
Yes.
But in the race team, I think we had 21 turn up. And that's really good. Obviously, like we took 2 national champions, but I think 5 out of 10 cars in modified, so the premier class.
Mhm.
I think we had 5 in mod, was it, Simo?
Yes.
5 out of the top 10 were all Yokomos. And in stock, how many did you have in the A with you, Christian?
Other Yokomo drivers?
Yeah,
I think it was just me and Daryl.
you and Daryl. Well, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. And then we had the in 21.5.
Mm.
I think our highest 21.5 was young Josh. Is that right? Josh Thomas. Yeah,
He's really young, isn't he?
yeah.
Like
And Mia got in the B, and
Yep.
Brett Wilson was also, I think, in the B, wasn't he?
Yeah, and
And we
Brendan
had
George
Jake
as
as
well.
well. Oh, we might have had Jake. Jake was up the
Yeah.
pointy end, wasn't he?
Jake and Brendan George were there as well.
And Brendan George, yeah. Oh, we had heaps of guys, but yeah. So sorry if I've missed your name, but yeah. So we're really well represented.
Mm.
So who wants to show us their car first?
Christian,
Coffee
can
goes
go.
All right.
Come on, get it out. Did you win concourse, Christian?
No, not this year.
You didn't win this year because Christian's also an epic airbrusher, and he does fantastic body work. And he's a good-looking rooster himself, but his cars always look amazing. Don't make me big.
Oh, hang
Wait.
on. Just bear
Wait.
with me, all right? There we go.
Well, it's
What have you got
the
there, Christian? Just
it's the
give us a look at your
BD12.
car and give us a rundown of what's inside it.
Okay, so it's the BD12. With
Yep.
the 12 itself, I was using the silver 1.3 sways.
Yep.
The cut arms, these are the carbon arms, which we just cut to just add a little bit more flex, lowers the weight a little bit as well. Aluminium spool cups, and the setup, well, it's not far off the standard, but yeah, just required a little bit of tinkering just to get the balance as to I like it. Electric wise, was running the R1 Speedy and the Hobbywing G4 motor, 13.5 ton motor, the Power HD servo, and yeah, that's about it.
And I suppose a big announcement for you after winning the national title was you actually picked up a factory drive with Hobbywing. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations to you. 'Cause that's quite a stepping stone, isn't it, to be
It
called a
is.
factory driver?
Oh, definitely. Because being a factory driver it's not an easy thing.
No,
They're not offered all the time.
no, they're definitely not. There'd only be a handful of drivers in Australia themselves who can call themselves factory drivers.
That's right.
And that's for Hobbywing. So Christian will make sure his cars have always got fresh motors and batteries motors and speed controllers in them. And he'll also be privy to special setup sheets and data, and also be asked to develop stuff as well.
That's right. Feedback to the factory.
Yeah, feedback to the factory about how he sees the product development going in the future. So that is really, really good. So tell us about your race weekend, as an overview, Christian, give us a blow by blow. How did it start off on Thursday morning when you got out of bed?
Well, Thursday, we had scheduled 6 practice sessions. The event goes from Thursday to Sunday.
Yep.
And unfortunately, it rained. I think midday, we only got a few practice runs in.
But before the rain came, wasn't it like 48 degrees?
Not on the Thursday. No.
Not on
It came
Thursday?
later on. Yeah, we had
Oh,
pretty
really?
much
Got
all
really hot,
4
did it?
seasons throughout the event.
Stinking hot.
But yeah, Friday, the heat picked up, and the rain stayed away for the rest of the weekend, which was great. Look, the plan was to just to qualify as high as I could. On the Thursday, the Friday qualifying and the Saturday. The Friday we ran 1 qualifier, and the other 4 we ran on the Saturday. I was lucky enough to take out the first 2 qualifiers, which leaves me in a pretty space to still use the same tyres, because for 13.5 we get allocated 3 sets of tyres for the whole event, and that's for 5 qualifiers and the 3 finals. And with the Valenta 9 tyres, the degradation is quite big, is quite large. Like the first run,
pronounced first to second run, isn't it?
It is quite a bit. I mean, up to 3 to 4 tenths of a second, which is quite big
per lap.
Per lap.
Yeah.
So look, everyone used their first fresh set of tyres, obviously for the first qualifier. I managed to take the first and the second one out. Third in the third, second in the fourth. That was on the same set. I chose to continue running them and save or preserve the tyres for the finals. And for the 5th qualifier, it was up to me in second place, which had pretty much locked out for second
First
place.
and second,
really.
Yep.
So it was up to the last. Decided to use another new set, but I did pull off 5 laps into it. Again, thinking the driver who got second, Marcus, he wasn't doing the best of runs, and I kind of took a little bit of a gamble, threw the dice, and it didn't pay off. Nevertheless, when I did pull off, the car had a lot of pace. It was the quickest on the track at the time. I was in the lead. But like I said, I just decided to pull off and just save those for the final. Qualified in second.
It's amazing, isn't it, how the tyre strategy comes into it so much? And I suppose, probably a lot of people would whinge about the tyres or this or that, but they are the same for everybody. And that whole strategizing adds another dimension to your race weekend, doesn't it?
Yeah, indeed it does. Come the finals, again, I used that same set that I used in Q5. So it wasn't an overly fresh set. It still had a little bit of a heat cycle. So I didn't quite have the grip as the others or as Marcus. And I came second in that one. And the second final, I used a fresh set.
New set.
And took the advantage, and I won that one.
You hosed him.
Was there a big gap, was it?
I think I think I pulled away from 4 to 5 seconds, and then just taking it easy, just being cautious of the corners or the curbs, as if you ride them a bit too much, you can tend to flip the car just due to the side grip. So it's a matter of, just keeping it calm, staying away from the curbs and bringing that one home. And which I managed to pass Marcus. I think it was the 2nd or 3rd lap. Anyway, the third final was very similar. I knew I had to lap in quite quickly. I was on an old set of tyres. Well, it had 1 run on them, which was from the previous final. And the tyres do go off quite quickly, and I knew I had to pass him fairly soon. I think I passed him in the 2nd lap, and just kept a bit of a gap. I made some small mistakes, and so did he. And it was kind of
a nail biter.
Was it?
From 1 to 2 seconds.
That's why you got no more nails.
That's right.
And that was that. So
And you brought it home.
I had a little bit of the tide advantage with the grip. And I think a lot of that was due to taking out the first 2 qualifiers, which allowed me to still run the old sets and having Marcus to still be in the chance to TQ or be up on the pointy end. Yeah, he had to use those fresh sets for the qualies as well.
Yeah.
So,
and like you're saying, like you're only talking tenths of a second between these guys
So when you talk about those 3 finals, right, and you're trying to get the best points across those 3
per leg.
finals,
Yep. So each final's considered its very own race.
That's right.
And you accumulate points.
Yeah. So when it comes down to the last one, everyone's got to be stressed out. So
unless you've won the first 2,
yes,
because you get to drop your worst leg out of 3.
Yes.
Unless you've won the first 2, pretty much everything's up for grabs.
So what do you do, Christian? How do you sort of calm the nerves? Because coming up to the 3rd final, I mean, that's it. That's the last chance to actually get the points that you need to get ahead.
Yeah.
Do you do any special, mantras or
superstitions?
That's right.
Not necessarily.
Didn't water the tray?
A matter of staying calm. The nerves used to sort of come up, the butterflies, but I mean, especially in a track that I know quite well, it's kind of like a home sort of track for me. It's kind of my local. I know it well, and you can, as you're going up to the driver's stand, just treat it as a normal clubby or a practice day, and yeah. But if those nerves sort of do go up, just take deep breaths and just focus on the corner ahead.
Just pinch it off.
Yeah.
You're gonna suck it in, baby.
I've stood next to drivers who I could feel shaking, sort of beside me.
And they dance and all sorts.
I've seen dancing.
Hey, they dance and they rock around. They're really annoying.
Well, I think that's one of the things about sports, right? No matter what kind of sports it is, there's got to be the psychological control as well, isn't there?
And it's huge because, I mean, all right, we're racing toy cars, but you get that much adrenaline and that sort of focused and concentration that you really lose, sight of what you're doing. It's as if you're not standing there, but you're just driving this toy car and you're just so focused on making it right,
I mean, when you're in the heat of the battle, and when I mean you're pretty much a tenth or 2 behind the driver or another driver is behind you, it's I mean, everything matters, every tenth, every moment, every corner, and it's just a matter of not not making mistakes, keeping sort of your driving consistent, and obviously still driving it fast. You can't lack off in your speed, and because there's the opportunity for the guy behind you to pass. But I guess consistency is king, and that comes down to the car balance and the car setup.
Yeah, well, obviously you've got the best tools for the job with your Yokomo BD12, so it's almost like an unfair advantage.
Well, I guess so. Having good equipment helps, doesn't it?
It does. No, these guys are super talented. I mean, that's
I was going to ask another thing. So, I mean, in the race, you're chasing the leader, and then you become the leader. So there's 2 different feelings there. So, do you have one that prefers to chase, or do you prefer to get in front of as soon as possible and take the advantage?
I do prefer to chase than to be in the lead. Only because I don't know, you can just sort of see the car ahead in your peripheral, and you can push a little bit sort of sooner, brake a little bit sooner,
later,
because you've got someone else
or later.
You get reference points.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, they've got their reference points, and you've just got to be wary if they make a mistake, because sometimes if they go over a curb, you kind of tend to go over the same curb and vice.
Yeah.
But in the lead, it's a matter of just keeping it smooth, and if they're that close, well, you've got to be blocking. You've got to be tight on the apexes and keeping the corners close, and there are some bits where you can slightly slow down and not sort of brake, purposely brake, but you're just setting yourself up for the following sort of corners and giving you that little bit more sort of distance and space. But that quite didn't happen at this event. But I mean, again, just through to the tyres, I just had that little bit more grip that I could sort of pull away and just hold it out. Really,
that's fantastic. And you had your crew chief pit lady there with you.
Yeah, man, we were all there. It was really good, sort of seeing everyone work together, young and old, in all the different sort of classes. Some things that work for the guys in modified, I tried throughout the event or leading up to it. Some worked, some didn't. It was more about just locking down a nice, strong setup that works on these tires, not only on new but on used, and just making little changes throughout the day because the heat was quite hot. I mean, the track temperatures reached just under 60 degrees, like up to 57, 58
It was
degrees.
like 33, 35.
Really?
Now they had proper summer days.
I'm gonna cook my eggs on
And
that.
so from run to run, depending on temperature, the grip felt different. So definitely when you're on a new set, you can tell who's on a new set because of the times that they're pulling and so forth. But yeah, just small little changes. It's more sort of gearing. Did make some spring changes. Got a good tip from the guys to elevate the motor mount. Just a small amount, 0.5, which gave it a little bit more lean, made it a little bit more smoother to run. But yeah, a lot of the mechanical sort of setup a lot of it was done leading up to the event with a lot of the clubbies that we had there. And for me, leading up to it, it was more electrical as I was trying out different brands and different rotors and different combinations and gearing, just to chase that little bit more sort of top speed down the straight.
Yeah, well, when you're racing stock or control class motors, you've really got to make sure you're comfortable with your electronics. Like modified, you're really just dialing in. I mean, I can't talk. I don't have the talent, but you just dial in the amount of power that you can drive. Whereas stock, you've got to get every 10th out of it.
Turn everything up.
You're stuck with those parameters, right?
Keeping it cool and, you know.
So, I mean, batteries, motors, it all plays an important part in your top speed.
Yeah, well, you obviously did a fantastic job. So congratulations
done.
on a great victory and a wonderful result. It's an absolute honor to have you representing Hearns and Yokomo and everything that you do for us. So thanks.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure.
Mate. Give us a look. Look at the size of it. You could fit your head in there, BJ.
My head? What are you trying to say? I've got a small head.
No, you got a big head and it's a big trophy.
Oh, thank you.
That's fantastic, mate. Well, congratulations.
Well done, Christian.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Simo, you're up, buddy.
All right, let's move him over.
Look at him. He's waiting for this. Like he's chomping at the bit.
Oh, there he is.
Right, so we've had a little rundown. Why have you got 2 cups there?
He's extra thirsty.
One was for TQ and one for the win.
Well, there you go. So TQ being top qualifier, fastest.
Pole sitter.
Excuse me?
Sitting on pole position. That is fantastic. How good is that? So talk us a little bit through your weekend.
So come Thursday, leading up to the event, I didn't really get a whole lot of practice days in. I was quite busy leading up. So I kind of just had to
You've
go
been practicing
with
for
what
this
I
for
knew.
the last 20 years, mate. Don't fluff up.
Yeah, I just had to kind of go with what I knew with the car, just mainly from XRS, from the before the race we had before there. And then, Thursday going into the event, I spent most of that day just playing around with electronics, to be honest. With the
you've got a new electronics package in your car as well.
Yeah, with LRP now.
Yep.
Yeah, so I spent most of that day. I spent most of that day on Thursday just just fine tuning that kind of and getting to where I want, and then going into the race and just a couple of little small setup changes and
completely giving Corn Dog the bum steer with the boost and turbo settings.
I don't know about that. We'll see. No.
If he was following your settings, I'll go he.
Why? What's he normally do?
It's maximum gas everywhere.
What do you mean? 120%?
No, so hold up your car and give us a look about it. I want to have a look at this. That is fantastic. So looks like you've got trimmed the arms as well. You got the factory, the full factory setup. Now, Simon Nicholson is factory Yokomo. So he deals direct with the factory.
So full development work and
development work, full dodgy development stuff he's got. He's got all prototype handmade bits. Is there anything that you can reveal in that car that is coming in the future?
No, actually, this car's all standard.
Okay. He's
except
holding the
for
other one.
just no, just except for how Christian was saying, we just cut the arms a bit for some more flex.
Well, that's something that you
some
started
weight
doing over in
reduction.
Singapore, wasn't it, a few months back?
Yeah, that's correct. Yep.
Well, I guess the carbon arms would be a hell of a lot stiffer, wouldn't they, from the molded ones?
Molded ones.
Yeah, they
Would they or wouldn't they?
are. And it drops. It dropped also 2 grams per arm, so that's quite a lot on the on the
Unsprung
whole
weight.
suspension. Yeah, so
Oh, okay. Were the carbon arms lighter already than the molded ones?
Heavier.
Oh, they were heavier, were they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'd say probably heavier. Yep.
Right. Okay.
Marginal, but yeah, a little bit heavier. And I think they were just too stiff. So to get more traction or to make the car easier to drive,
Yes.
they would
get a bit of movement in.
dialing in a bit of flex.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
with the BD11, because that car had more chassis flex, so it was fine. It was not needed. But with the 12, the whole chassis kind of top deck setup now, motor mount is a lot stiffer now. So we put flex in through the arms now and kept the stiffness in the actual car itself, which makes it easier to drive them when traction's higher.
So with the temperatures going up so high, what sort of changes do you make to the car to adapt to the higher heat?
To be honest, I didn't change anything. Our car's really
really?
good with the adapting track conditions and temperatures.
Wow.
A lot of other brands, they change quite a lot
Yep.
with different track conditions, but our car's very.
They even changed the old models if
stable.
it gets real hot, I've heard.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But no, I didn't change a thing, to be honest.
You didn't?
It was good.
Don't you ever change a thing. You're just beautiful.
Wow, good stuff.
So you went into qualifying. You pretty much probably topped every timesheet?
So I won the first 3 qualifiers, and then I
Yep.
just stuck with the old tyres then to save them for the finals. For Q.
What? So the first
4
3
and 5.
qualifiers you did on one set of tires?
No, I used another set for Q3 just to make sure I lock it in.
Yep.
But then I went back to the really old ones for 4 and 5. So to just save the tires, and I didn't really do anything. I just kind of was just enjoying just driving around. You can't really compete with that old tires compared to the other guys with new tires.
So how many sets of tires does Modified get?
Modified get 4, is that right, Simon?
Yeah, correct. Yep.
Right.
Yeah. And you've got to do 8 runs.
Okay.
So, but there was again, a fair bit of strategy from 1 run to 2 run old tires. And some people would have had to throw new tires at every qualifier, just about, to make sure they're up at the pointy end.
Right.
And I think that was
most of the guys
would have done that to make sure, because it's quite hard to overtake on that track. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the guys in the A main used nearly all their tires in qualifying. So I was just sitting there going, yeah, all right, this is good for me.
Yeah. So, and definitely that's why, I mean, Simon sort of made it look easy, because A1, he's sort of, what was it, 5 or 7 seconds at the end of the run?
7, yep.
Yeah. And what was it, A2?
6, I think. 5 or 6.
So it's 5 or 7 seconds. He just pretty much half a second a lap. And they're doing 16, 15 lap pace, yeah? 16 laps in 5 minutes?
I think it was 16 from memory, yeah.
Oh, that's a fair lead, isn't it?
It's a half a second a lap.
Wow.
He's pulling it. And you could see definitely second place, Jeffrey Mackey was definitely on second run tires, because Simon was just gone. But Jeffrey Mackey actually was he was on the same team. He just had them all backed up behind him. But he actually drove really well, and that nobody could really get past him.
Oh, he's a really good driver, right? I mean, he was up there last year too,
really
right?
good driver, yeah. So, and that's why I really, even though I'm sure Nico was a bit faster because he had tires to burn, he couldn't find a way past.
Jeffrey.
He and Ari really struggled to get past Jeff Mackey.
Right.
So, but
that
Nico,
track was very hard to pass in modified.
really hard to pass on, huh?
Yeah.
Well, really come down to a driver making an error. And at that level, none of those drivers, I mean, they rarely make an error. So if you hit every line, every apex, it's really hard to drive around and go past.
Yeah.
So that was really good. So that's fantastic. So you won A1 and A2. You sat out and watched A3?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And watch it all unfold in front of you.
Yeah, it was good to have a relax and watch the others.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, really good. Well done.
And the weather played out really well, and your gear went well. There was no DNFs for you this year?
No, thankfully, yeah, everything stayed together. I had one. I think it was one of the practice runs or one of the seedings.
Yeah.
Where the pinion came off again. I'm like, oh my god, here we go again. But no,
That's
thankfully
gotta
it
be fun.
was. Yeah,
Oh, it's probably just that rattly motor he's using, I'd say. Just the harmonics, just that old motor. I got to give him a hard time. No, he's on an LRP deal now, so that's really good.
Excellent.
Obviously, really, really fantastic gear. Everything held together. And obviously, leading the team, you made us all look like superstars. Like you just drove away with it, which was really good.
yeah, it was a good race, that's for sure.
And second, third, and fourth, I mean, they were dicing it out the whole runs, weren't they? It was really close action.
Yeah, it was really good. In A1, I could kind of keep an eye on them while we're racing, so it looked like it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, they were really. I know John Puce had mixed results. I think he had trouble in A1, and then I think he did all right in A2 or A3. But yeah, so it was mixed results for all. Steve Cornell was in there, and we had Terry Norman was in the B, and obviously Nico Lee. So
And
it was really, really good.
Really good.
in the A
And
as
who,
well.
sorry?
And Ant Caretti.
Oh, sorry, of course. And Ant Caretti was there too, yeah.
Yes.
And he was up the point end as well. Where did he qualify?
I
Fourth or
think
fifth?
it was fifth.
Yeah.
I think.
That's pretty damn good, isn't it?
No, it's really damn good. So, but obviously it's really tough to hold it together at that level. And one small mistake puts you back half a lap. And when you're half a lap back, like, what do? You pretty much either pull off and save your tires for the other two legs, or, you know what I mean? You've got to make that call early
That's
on.
it. Yeah. Strategy, really important.
Strategy.
That's it.
And they've obviously got the winning strategy because it paid off for them.
Definitely. So where we're on from now? You've got an international race, haven't you, coming up?
Yeah, so in another 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I go to Hong Kong for a race there, and then the following week after, we go to like an invitational race in China in a carpet race. So,
oh wow,
carpet race! That'll be pretty exciting for you.
I don't know. No? I don't really enjoy it, but I mean, I've only done it once, and every time my experience on it was not so good. So we'll see what happens.
So what's the main differences? This is a really good talking point. What's the main differences between asphalt and carpet, setup wise?
Everything.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it to say the fine details, but from what I see, like you have to change the alloy chassis and your whole tire strategy, everything's different, setups all different, driving's different. The track evolves so much every run. Thankfully, this race here, it's a permanent track, I believe. So I don't think the track's going to change so much every run, but the tires usually keep getting better and better each run.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's totally opposite, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'll screw with your thinking.
Wouldn't it? Well, you got to dial traction out of the car. The cars are usually like over grip.
Like
it's different. It's like a traction roll bitey kind of grip, but it's less grip, like mid corner and stuff. It's a really strange feeling.
Because the car's moving around like that. You got to move that. Even a really low pile carpet, the car's going to be moving around a bit, isn't it?
Dancing a bit.
Yeah,
I like it.
The chassis and the bodies and stuff, you got to stop them from touching the carpet. Like obviously they scrape on asphalt and then it's fine, but when they touch the carpet, they kind of grab into the carpet and it unsettles the car heaps. So yeah.
Very cool. Is anybody else going from you with Australia on your overseas trips?
No, just me this time.
Oh, well, good luck, mate. I'm sure you'll be flying the flag.
Sounds like a really fun trip. Hong Kong, and then where's the next one? There's a couple one in Shanghai.
Foshan. So
Foshan. Okay.
It's
What's that?
about, I think we're taking the train from Hong Kong after that race. It's about a 1 hour on the bullet train. Yeah.
Not far.
And the bullet train, your favorite.
Yeah,
I love bullet trains.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good. It's a lot of top drivers are going to it.
Well, obviously, if you're going.
Yeah. No. Ronald Volk will be there, and there's rumours that maybe Bruno might be there for the carpet race. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Wow.
Vicious rumours.
Vicious rumours? What's so vicious about them?
I don't know. Just add into the spice of it, mate.
Well, it'd be pretty exciting, wouldn't it?
Well, that is awesome. Thank you, both of you, for taking the time to join us today. It's been really good to have a chat to you both. Congratulations on your outstanding results. And yeah, we'll look forward to flying the flag through 2024.
Yeah, and it's really insightful learning, your experiences and how
How the
it
fast guys do it.
Yeah, how it all came about.
You'll be right. You'll get your RS out, mate.
Me?
Hey?
What do you mean?
A little RS card.
The
there,
more I
you'll get
practice
it.
the straighter I'm going to go.
That's right.
That's it.
Fantastic, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Oh,
All
good.
right, thank you.
I got to
Thank
go
you very
water
much.
the tree.
Bye-bye. Got to water the tree. Okay?
You've been watering trees, mate. Is it like watering a lemon tree, or what are you talking about?
Oh, it's just something the team was into. One of the interviews got one word for you: emotional damage.
That's two.
That's it. Well, that's the funny bit in it, isn't it?
Ah!
That was came out of Steve Cornell's mouth.
Oh, really?
I think he was referring to the competition,
Oh, he's a poet.
isn't he?
He
Absolute
is.
poet, comedian, general nice guy, and pretty fast too.
Mm.
Right, what else
Super
we got?
boost.
That's RC done and dusted.
All right, is it? Do we go back to this thing?
The Nationals, Yokomo. How good is Yokomo?
Yokomo is
BD12.
awesome.
Oh, they're on sale. We're celebrating.
We're having a national champion celebration on the BD12.
Yeah.
Get into the fastest car in Australia at the moment.
That's right. BD12.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Got one here? Here's one you prepared earlier.
It's like your one,
What, in bits? No,
unbuilt.
mine's half built.
unbuilt. BD12.
Yep,
Be it not only a world champion, you could be an Australian national champion.
you could be.
Hey?
And at the moment, you're saving over $200.
Are you going to struggle to beat Simon and Christian? But I'm sure they love a challenge.
For sure. For sure.
BD12. Get amongst it, people.
There you go. All right, let's see if we've got any more weights on this thing.
Weights.
Oh, 1550. That's way too heavy.
Way too heavy.
Yeah. What was it? It was
It's
below
under-
800, wasn't it?
Below 880.
Below
I
880.
don't think we had a low figure yet.
Haven't we? Well, we're not low enough anyway.
We're not
Alright.
low enough.
Let's move on.
What have we got?
What have I got? Oh, let's lighten it up a bit, eh?
Lighten it up. I'm a bit. That was heavy.
What was it?
Yeah,
All right,
those
let's
guys-
lighten the mood.
Those guys are intense. I feel like Simon was like looking into my soul.
Yeah, you would have been.
No? Fierce competitor.
Yeah.
RC God. I'm
Just
just
trying to
I'm
pass
just a-
on some of his knowledge.
I'm an RC Gumby.
Gumby. Gumby's
Those
like really
guys are
flappy,
fast.
isn't
You
he?
should see them. Like, they are absolute craftsmen. The car preparation is phenomenal, and like a loose pinion, he laughs about it, but that would have killed him.
Well,
You
we're
know
the
what I mean?
Nationals next year.
Templestowe,
Oh,
Victoria.
that's close to us, isn't
Well, it's not too far.
it?
It's your local.
My local.
It's your local.
It would be. It's just down the road.
Yeah, it's up the street, down the road, around the corner.
That's right. What have I got here?
Are you going to run?
I'll run.
It's in. Lock it in, Eddie. I'll run you a bath. No, they probably won't have a class with it.
They used to run mini at the Nats, didn't they?
Nah.
Or was there a mini Nats?
I
Am
can't. I can't run anymore. I can't run at that level.
What do you mean? At mini level?
No, any level.
Oh,
I'll be your pit person.
were you?
Yeah.
I love that. There you go. Who is it?
Ilshana.
Isn't it?
Did I say that right?
You did. Look at her. She's got this really angry look on her
She's
face.
one of your favorites. The 30-Minute Sisters. Sis Moo.
30-Minute Sisters is a series that
Did I say it right?
I think is quite interesting
30-Minute Sisters.
because you can get all sorts of bits and pieces to customize
Armory. Guns.
bodies, faces, hairstyles, whole lot.
A whole lot.
Whole lot.
Can't you just cut their hair? Millie putt it.
Oh, you could. That's an option as well.
Did I
But
say that right? Did I say that?
You did. You
Said
did.
Millie.
I'm
I
surprised.
thought I said something else there.
But
You know
here
what
she
I
is.
see a crack, feel a crack. That's what I say. Millie putt.
Yeah, it does
Bob.
feel cracks. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Actually,
What?
let's go on the top camera, eh?
Top.
Top
go.
camera.
Ilshana.
There she is in all her glory. Look
Is
at that face.
Is that long boots? There's a bit
Yeah.
of skin there.
Well, aren't they thigh high boots or?
Not sure. You're telling the
Socks.
story. I don't know anything about it.
I
But
don't
this
know.
is for 15 plus. I'm nowhere near mature enough to
Aren't
be
you?
talking about. You've set me up for this before.
No, you'll be all right.
If you open this box and she has a surprised look on her face,
Oh, sorry, that's
She's-
probably better to do this, eh? So
Well-
you see how posable she is? What? Am I in trouble? What have I done?
I just wondered what normal mode is.
Oh, was
The
there a
mouth-
normal mode?
The mouth parts are selectable to create variations in facial expressions.
So there's the different face plates you can get, which are quite easily changeable,
I'm nowhere near mature enough for this.
aren't you?
Nope.
But this is great for,
Not
what do I
even-
say?
not even
Stop
close.
motion photography or videography.
Hmm.
Because you can change the face placing and you get all the talking type things going on, the faces.
What does a voice sound like, do you think?
I don't know.
I was looking
Was
for
was I going to fall into that one? No, no.
I was looking
Not
for
me.
I'm looking
Not
for an
me.
impersonation.
This is that's my reaction to that comment.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that your voice?
I don't know.
Oh, you're definitely not mature, are you? But there you go. So you get a whole bunch of hands as well.
Why has she got a skull?
Oh, what?
It's a bit morbid.
Is that a skull?
Got lots of different hands.
Yeah, that's right. You know, like slapping,
Hmm.
punching, karate chopping.
Actually violent.
Well, she could be. She's got weapons. And she's got wings as well.
Bony wings.
That's it. I don't know why they're bony, but they are.
They're not going to flap very well, are they?
So this is Ushana, brand new from Bandai.
Is it brand
Part-
new?
Yes, part of the 30-minute missions.
Is it? Am I safe
series.
in saying it's the 10th one in the series?
I think you're right about that. It's got number 10 on it.
Hmm.
I said 30-minute missions. This is actually 30-minute sisters.
I said 30 minutes, sisters.
Yeah.
That's ingrained.
I wonder why. There you go. You can have that. You happy with it?
Nope.
Why not?
I don't know.
Where else do you want to look at? I got something really funky. Mega funky.
You had me.
It's
At,
in a really small box.
you had me at noir.
Oh, Noir's coming.
Is that French?
Could be.
Is this French?
No.
I
This
can't
is
see it.
This is English.
English.
It's a Triumph motorcycle from World War One.
World War One.
This is from our friends at Copper State Models.
Mm.
And this is a fully 3D printed kit.
What do you mean 3D printed kit?
3D printed.
Oh, we've had this before. Have we had this before?
I think we've had this before, but we haven't actually had a really close look at it. Now
you
I'm
were
going to
going to
open it
build
up.
one for the model contest.
No,
I think you were.
no, not this one.
British motorcycles.
Let's get in close, eh?
TR Model H.
Look at this.
What?
Look at this. All right, so
What have you
we've got
got
our
there,
little-
my friend?
Look at that.
Get
All
in
little
there.
bags of stuff. All right.
It's a bit delicate for that. I'll get the box out the way.
Yeah. The
better-
box is a bit
you
boring,
Better
eh?
get in frame. They're just looking at blue mat.
All right, so that's what you do. You do the right thing. You put it in the bin.
It has
No.
spokes.
Look at how fine the spokes are. They are 3D printed. Let me see if I can get that better focus.
Would you cut those off and replace them?
What with cat hair?
You're a madman. You would do that.
No, I wouldn't.
Why not? You do it on
But look at that.
cars.
Look at that. So there's the finger. And look at those spokes.
Is that a big finger or small spokes? I can't tell.
Oh, I think they're small spokes.
Mm.
But you see how 3D printing has allowed all this to be printed all in one? Because you can do undercuts and such. Look how fine that is. There's no way you can do that in injection molding, and there's no way you can do that with cast resin. Got the light attached there as well. But that's not the freakiest thing. I mean, those spokes look pretty damn good, right? The freakiest thing is actually...
Stop it. Shut the front gate.
So you see here,
What's freaky?
can you actually see the wiring in there? All that wiring
No.
is 3D printed in midair.
Stop. Well, it's on there now.
It's on there. You don't have to do any of that plumbing. It's all there.
How do you paint it?
Oh, yeah, be really careful.
Because you snap it, right? Is it
Well, yeah,
delicate?
it will be delicate. But when we're building these, we would normally assemble them before painting anyway, just to make sure it was all aligned. And then you'll probably just be really gentle and put washers on that after you've primed it.
Really?
But that is magnificent. And here is the rear.
That's a real painter's kit.
But look at the chain. There's a chain on it as well.
Does the chain have sag?
The chain
Probably does.
is well tensioned.
No, it has sag on the bottom.
Oh, it does too, actually.
I can see it sagging from here, mate.
Oh, sorry. I'm not wearing my Googles.
You can see it on the screen.
Maybe I should look at the screen.
That's what the screen's for.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. And then we've got the seat here. Okay, so there's
The saddle.
underneath.
The sprung saddle.
Look at that. So it's
Yeah.
got the springs.
Somebody probably want that on their Harley.
How special is it? And then we've got the handlebars
Westerns.
and the kickstand.
You need that a lot if it's a Triumph.
So there you
Because
go.
they don't ride much.
And there's some really nice decals too.
If there's no oil
Super
under them,
fine.
there's no oil in them.
Bit hard to see because I've got the protective tissue on them.
Well, I'm not surprised from you. You need to protect it. You're in there.
I need my tissues.
You're in there.
But there we go.
Wow.
We've got a nice little manual too. So there's not
And
much to do
what
there.
scale is it?
1 to 35.
So that
which
is perfect for your military
dioramas.
diorama. You
Yes.
get a tank and
Yes.
your base, and
Yep.
you could flock it.
So just because it's World War One doesn't mean you can't use it on World War Two diorama. It just looks like a really old motorbike.
Well, they would have had really old stuff back then.
Yeah, they would have been floating around, right? It would have been like an old bike in World War Two. So you use this on any of those and it'll look absolutely fantastic. It look really nice by
They're
itself
still,
too.
if you look in the Triumph dealership, they probably still make them now.
These ones,
I'd say so.
you reckon?
Yeah.
What
They
are
probably
those,
have,
what are
a,
those,
probably have a catalytic converter on them for emissions.
what are those other old ones? Is it Infields or something?
Infields.
Yeah. Are they still being made somewhere?
Mm.
Are they the original?
Mm-mm. Well, they're original like drawings, but yeah, they're made out of India.
Oh, okay. So they're just being reproduced.
Mm.
Right. Okay.
Faithfully reproduced.
Right. So this is Copper State, and these come out of Latvia.
And when you meet somebody who rides an Enfield, you never forget it,
Why is that?
because you can tell they're Enfield owners.
Are you going to enlighten me?
Nope. It's a challenge.
Sure is.
Yep, you have to say, what bike do you ride? Hey?
Enfield, oh, I knew that.
That's right.
Oh, you silly Billy. Well, since we're on Copper State,
Since we're on World War One,
this is Copper State models again, and this is a brand new
the
injection.
Grüßen Fahrpanzer.
So a little while back, we had a prototype of the kit,
Did
which
I
we
say it
showed,
right? I didn't mean to offend anybody.
and it was shown at the Model Expo.
Oh, that's the one you did the
The
hot
big
glue gun.
display. That's right.
You did that.
That's right.
It was like a high school project. It was beautiful.
I was really proud of that.
I would have been.
And these are available now, so something a little bit different. So it
Did
really
you build
is.
that one? What did you do with that
No,
one?
it's still at the front.
Oh,
Yeah, it's on display. So it's basically a pillbox. So
Without
this is
pills.
like before World War One. These would have been developed, but they were used during World War One.
like the motorbike.
So they could be
Copper
wheeled
State
into.
models. Is it fair to say that they're a World War One specialist?
They are a World War One specialist. Yeah, really nice kits. Beautiful work. So these are available now, and not particularly expensive either. So check them out. They've got quite a few different
And
armored
135th.
cars. Yeah, and they've got really nice resin figures too to go over these, and they're not expensive either.
No, and they do like all sorts.
Yeah.
All sorts.
All
don't
sorts.
they?
Super
They do
crisp, a
pilots
bit like
and engineers, and
Mm.
you can get them with a jacket and with a folded fleece and all sorts.
folded fleece.
All sorts.
Is that like the
Blankets.
golden fleece?
Does it come with a blanket? No? Have you been asked that question before? Because it shows with a blanket. Does it come with a blanket?
You've been asked that before, I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
And does it?
I don't know. I think so.
So
I think it does.
there you
No,
go.
I
Copper
opened
State
the
models.
box. It did come with the blanket. That
Yes. And there's more new models coming. So they've got a whole bunch of new aircraft and also new armed cars. They're planned
From
for-
CSM.
From CSM.
Fantastic.
So we should have their next new armored car coming out at the end of next month.
Wow.
It's going to be chunky,
That's December.
isn't it?
You could say that.
Around Christmas time? Could I say that?
I don't know.
It is. It's around Christmas time.
Is it?
So there you go. So that's Copper State models.
Watch this page.
Yeah.
That's not the most exciting thing for Christmas time.
Isn't it?
No.
What's the most exciting thing? What else you got?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Boom.
Show me. Oh,
Bradley Burgess cars come out again to play.
because the Yokomo
870C 2023 re-release.
is due around Christmas.
It's getting closer and closer
That's right.
and closer.
So if you really want one of these,
I nearly licked this then. I wouldn't because it's Bradley's car. But you can bet I'm going to lick a new one.
yeah, well, the 870C is
The granddaddy of 1/10 four-wheel drive off-road buggies,
pretty iconic.
isn't it?
So the engineering of this particular car
Not as
carried
iconic as
through
this.
for many different variations of the car through the
Yeah.
years. Okay, so the 870C stands for 1987,
1987.
and then every World Championships after that. There
That one
was-
that was the car that they took to the 89 Worlds
That's right, in Australia.
and won
Mm.
convincingly.
Yes,
Simon Nicholson may or may not have been driving in that one.
that's right. He may or may not have been.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you're interested in one of these cars, make sure you go to our
He definitely
website,
wasn't.
look up, you just search Dogfighter,
Yeah.
and then make sure you press the notify me button.
Yeah,
Because
we're
as
not-
soon as they arrive,
we
it'll
can't
send you a
take. We're
notification.
not taking pre-orders because we don't know how much we're getting.
that's right.
Can't confirm a hard price yet.
Yep.
But they are coming. We weren't going to take as many as they can give us. And I'm
So if you
super
want
excited.
to know straight away, then you'll get notified as soon as we get them in the building.
Probably before I know.
Before you know.
Yeah.
That's because I'm just not going to tell you.
Before I know.
So you get a super big surprise.
That's right.
Yeah.
A bit of wee's going to come out.
So yeah, there you go.
That's all I've got to say about that.
Is it now? Oh, what have I got here? I've missed out
Wait.
on all these.
There's probably people talking and asking questions to the drivers that you completely ignored.
Yeah, probably. I probably missed them because I can't read.
You were too involved in the chat. You need your
Wasn't
specs. You should do this show with your specs, your optrics.
Oh,
That
here,
would
John Hughes asked, "What's in the cage out the back, Simo?"
Oh, did he have a cage out the back? I didn't even notice.
Didn't you? Oh,
Did not even notice.
oh, there you go.
I would
What have I
love.
missed here?
Would have loved
I
to
mean,
see.
this is
little-
like reading a novel.
Is it? Well, don't read it now. You can't catch up. We've got a show
I'm
to
trying
do.
to work out if anyone has. Oh, here, 450 grams.
No.
470 grams.
No.
660.
Oh, closer.
Oh, 660 is closer. So between 660 and 880.
Yep.
All right.
It's closer to 880.
All right.
But it's between that range.
Okay.
At least now we
Good.
have a range.
Good.
How long have we been going for? I feel like we've been here forever.
Oh yeah, well, it's going to be a long one.
Is
Have we
it?
got time to look at some more stuff?
Yeah.
Did you want noir?
Noir.
Noir.
Only because
What's a noir? This is noir. I don't know who noir is actually.
it's French for black
She's from Sensuality.
from France.
Sensuality noir.
From France. She's French.
Is she? Sure about that?
What does her voice sound like? Not falling for it?
No.
No?
No. Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Wonder where she
interesting looking figure,
wonder
isn't
where
it?
she keeps her fromage.
You and your cheese.
The fromagerie, probably.
Not in the humidor.
Oh,
You're terrible.
give me a look at noir.
There's no
What?
helping you, is there?
I feel that
Here's
these
noir.
I feel that these models that you've got have got a theme today.
What's the theme?
I
What
don't-
figures?
I don't know, but I just feel that there's a theme.
So we looked at 30-minute sisters before, right?
This
I
is
mean,
not-
this is not 30-minute sisters,
But
but
it's
I mean,
by
similar.
Bandai.
Yeah. So they call this the figurized standard range.
figurized standard range, right?
Yeah. So these actually
Human
are,
quality sensitive android.
excuse me.
Human duality. I don't know.
Almost got into trouble then.
Did I?
But they're similar in their build. Okay, so you
Does
can
it come
see.
with a stand?
No, the stand is extra.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but
sorry.
it's got a mounting system for a stand, so you can make it look like she's jumping.
So you can mount her.
No,
What do you mean?
no. There's the hair.
Why is it blue?
She got blue hair. I don't know.
Why is she called noir? I'm
And
confused.
There's different face plates here.
Face plates.
So there's 3 face plates. One has been printed with the eyes, and the other 2 don't. Okay, because there's a range of decals in here.
And lots of
Good.
eye stickers.
That's right. That's right. I don't think you can actually see them there, but they're in there. Or you can paint them on, depending what you want.
Oh, yeah, because I'm that good
Yeah, I've seen you paint.
with my fingers.
Yeah. But again, she's got a whole heap of different hands. How crisp is that?
I think that's her skirt.
Is
or
it?
blouse. I think it's a blouse.
Pretty crisp, eh? There you go. That's noir. Probably from an anime.
France. She's French.
Really?
I'm sure she's French. Can tell by the quality of the stilettos.
Really?
Yep.
There you go.
They're French shoes, if ever I've seen them.
Well, if you want
Right up
something
in the
totally
top.
different. Oh, we're in the top. Let's look at this. All
Wasn't
the
it- wasn't
Airfix
there a
lovers
new-
are
wasn't-
loving this.
Is this the one that...
This is the one that everyone
this
wants.
is the one, right.
This is the one.
Talk to me. Is this the Sea King or something King?
This
or
is the
what
Sea
is it?
King. It's 148 scale, so it's quite large.
You're going to have to whip the top off this.
Do I? Have
You
you got
have to.
have you got a chop chop?
I'll get one.
We need a chop chop.
I've got 9 Steps Finest.
Have you?
9 Steps Finest stabbing instrument.
What? Come on, chop chop. There's actually four seals on this.
You should always cut away from yourself and towards you.
That's what you're doing perfectly. Oh, that was a bit
What?
scary. Scary, wasn't it? A bit
Anytime
scary.
I'm not licensed to have. You know how you at primary school you get a pen license?
No, I didn't get a pen
I,
license.
I have not acquired my Hearns Hobbies knife license.
So was I using a pen illegally, was I?
Yep.
Oh, look at that. And you smell it.
What?
The smell of Airfix. I wouldn't have gotten that close. But it's the smell of Airfix.
What? I don't smell it.
Oh, yeah.
Has this box been made from water of the Danube
It could be.
or the Ganges?
I think the latter.
Is it?
Yes.
Is this? I think this. That's what I'm smelling. I'm definitely smelling fecal matter.
Not from me.
It's a whiff.
You can get it now, do you?
That's a whiff of fecal matter
There you
coming
go.
from the box.
So for
That's the
anyone,
last place you want it.
anyone who is familiar with Airfix will know what I'm talking about and what you're suffering at the moment.
It
But
is.
they
It's
do-
from the cardboard.
They do have a funky smell, okay? But this is a brand new kit,
Last
and
thing
everyone
you-
is loving
Last
this.
thing you want is a smelly box.
And I'm not going to cut this open because we don't actually have a lot of these.
But if you get this from Hearns Hobbies,
Mm.
I will send the. Well, somebody will. You know, we put the nice, beautiful perfume in our boxes
Ah,
for the premium
are
online
we focused
experience.
now?
I'm not
Look at
focused.
all those rivets. You're not focused at all.
How many rivets are there?
I reckon there's a couple of million.
Is that a frog joke?
What?
Rivet.
But this is what we expect in new kits these days.
What? Talk to
10
me.
million rivets.
Okay.
And
Is that so it looks good when you do panel wash?
yes, that's right. So it picks up all the details.
And then do you rub it? Then do you rub them? I don't know.
So usually the washes are oil. We find oil easier to use because you'll paint it all over. It'll settle in all the
Cracks and crevices.
That's right. And then you wipe off all the excess with enamel thinner. And it gives you that really deep contrast.
I've only ever seen it done on the engine, on the bath.
Oh, really? Yeah, I did that in front of you, didn't I? How beautiful is that? So everyone is looking for one of these. So it actually gives you options for folding the tail and folding the rotors.
Does it have bulge tires?
Oh, I don't know. Well, you've learned something, haven't you? I didn't even look for that. So bulge tires is a thing, you know,
Yeah.
to emphasize the weight of the model.
Geez, they really like to use plastic, don't they?
Where are they? Oh,
What have you done?
I'm looking for the tires.
It's like double folded.
You've got
Is
big
that
bags,
the tail
haven't
rotor?
they? That's a tail rotor.
Wow, that is a big model.
Yeah, it's pretty huge, isn't it?
No?
Yeah, it's right there.
Could use that for my bloody room fan at home.
It's pretty special.
Chunkamunka.
It's pretty
Can I call
crisp.
Can I call it Chunkamunka with these wheels here, do?
Oh, they're the ones. Do they look weighted?
No.
No, they're not weighted.
So I'm gonna have to get the heat gun out and deform
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I mean, if you want to make them
Have you
weighted,
done a tutorial on that?
No.
You should. You really should do a tutorial on weighted wheels. I have
Really?
not seen enough tutorials out of you lately.
oh, I haven't done many tutorials about
No?
like there. Like,
Can you do one for weighted wheels?
oh, I could try. Could try.
Have you got any of your in your stash that needs them?
I might be able to find something.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, the ones that are in my stash are already weighted. That'll make it a bit hard. Should I make them unweighted? No.
What?
Well, there you go. We got these. This will probably not last the weekend, I reckon. I think these will all get snapped
I
up.
think this is probably be sold by the time that we close this show out.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so I mean, this is a pretty long show. So how about we finish off by looking at the car?
Ferrari.
We should weigh it. Have we got any?
We'll weigh it in front of people so they know what we're on about.
Oh, the Wombat's excited about the 30-minute sisters.
He would be. Poor Wombat's off his chops at the moment.
What else we got here? What have we got?
What have we got?
No one's guessing. Everyone's given up. I think
They've
they've
gone
all
up.
been distracted.
They had.
What do you got there?
You had them at hello.
Hello.
Are you on the overhead?
Am I?
I'm
No.
not sure.
Should I be on the overhead? You want to show everyone what we
Well,
got? What do we got there?
Exactly what it weighed before.
809. No one got that.
No
No
one
one
got
guessed.
even close, did they?
No.
880.
Nowhere near.
No,
Well, there you go.
She's in the box down there.
So let's have a quick look at the.
No, we are.
Wait.
Noir.
You like Noir, don't you?
Nowhere
Noir's
near.
going home with you.
Didn't you say
tonight.
nowhere? No. No, you can look at the car.
What do you mean?
I'm not licensed to really touch it, but it weighs 809.
Yeah.
And I think we've actually had this car on before because it's very unique and pretty rare that we get a car that actually opens up.
So what do they call this? Is a carbon monocoque? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
It's a real tub, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a monocoque tub chassis. So all the supercars now, well, all the hypercars have hand-laid monocoque chassis.
Right.
Something that was only seen up in F1 up until very recently.
Mm.
But yeah, so the whole subframe of the car is, instead of being pressed metal that's welded together
Mm.
or alloy, Yeah, they've gone carbon fiber.
It's pretty
And
special,
they
isn't
They
it?
can make all sorts of, obviously, curves and structures.
So this is BBR. And BBR, it's quite rare to find anything that actually opens. Most of their cars are resin cast.
And the LaFerrari is a petrol electric hybrid.
Yep.
So it can run in a full electric mode.
Mm.
So if you're somewhere like London or some of those cities which have lockout for emissions,
Right.
you can drive that around.
Oh,
I think they go for I think it's like 60 Ks all electric
okay.
without burning a single fossil.
Right. No oily bits.
And then if you put I think it's 135 horsepower or 135 kilowatts in the electric motor alone, coupled with the 760 odd kilowatts or 760 horsepower of the petrol motor, all of a sudden you've got lots and lots of horsepowers, 1,000 horsepowers and lots of kilowatts. And it's really easy with these stacked transmissions. They just put the electric motor on the back of the transmission.
Right.
It's really easy. And then the drive shaft down the front.
Added on power.
Yeah, four-wheel drive, being the electric motors are the four-wheel drive.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
There you go. And that is a
Look at
LaFerrari.
Look at that. Look how beautiful it all just closes up.
This is a red one now. I've only ever seen one in white, which is your one. So I really like it in red. I think the next one you should definitely order in red.
I don't drive mine often.
No. But I do like the fact that you got it in white because it's probably all red ones.
Look at the panel fit.
Good panel fit for an opening car, isn't it, with hinges? And beautiful paintwork. Deep gloss. Beautiful carbon fiber. There we go.
That's it. I think we have to call that a show, eh?
That is episode 182.
Pretty big one.
We have absolutely smashed it out again. Another 90-minute banger.
Haven't we?
A huge thank you to Simon Nicholson and Christian Silva for taking time out of their day to come and join us.
That's it. 2023 Australian champions.
Yeah, congratulations to them and everybody who was at the event and everybody who supports us wherever we are racing, near and far.
That's it. There's a huge team.
Huge team. Yeah, absolutely.
And
And
that's
that's just
like
the on-road guys.
Yes, that's
You
right.
know what I mean? So we've got that again in off-road and really well represented and a good bunch of people. So if you want to go racing, come racing with us.
Why not?
All right.
All right.
On that
Thank
note,
you very much.
let's
And
say
that
goodbye.
is-
See you next week.
That's it. See you next
Episode
Friday
183.
at 2 p.m. And if you don't know already, we're actually going to do some tutorials tomorrow at the Hobbyman.
Are you going to do your weighted wheels?
No. I won't be actually doing the tutorials, but I'll be there.
I'm going to cook a sausage.
Are you now? It's not the
Many-
first time you cook a
I'm going to
sausage.
cook many a sausage.
What happened when I cook sausages?
Well, you had to be here and not say it was like a smoke out.
Well, let's just say the fire alarm went off. But apart from that, it was good fun. Everyone had a good feed.
I could taste sausages for the next 4 days. Sausage smoke.
Just from walking through the store. That was great, wasn't it?
It was pretty good.
There you go. All right. So that's it for this show. We'll see you next week. Or if you'd like to see some tutorials,
And if you want to come and say hi, come out to Narry Warren tomorrow. We will
That's
be
it.
there at the
That's right.
Hobbyman
there's going to be 4 tutorials throughout the day.
and Sausage Sizzle, and we'll be having a laugh. Come out and
Won't
say
we?
hi.
That's it.
See you
All right.
guys.
See you next time.